Mathematical logic. So, what is logic? Logic is a systematic study of valid rules of inference, the relations that lead to the acceptance of one proposition or conclusion on the basis of a set of other propositions or premises. So, logic is a particular method of reasoning. Logic is the system of or principles of reasoning applicable to branch of knowledge or study. In today's complex world, it is not easy to summarize in a few paragraphs the subject matter known as logic. For lawyers and judges, logic is the science of correct reasoning. They often use logic to communicate more effectively, construct valid arguments, analyze legal contracts, and make decisions. Law schools consider knowledge of logic to be one of the most important predictors of future success for their new students. Many other professions also make extensive use of logic. For instance, programmers use logic to design computer software. Electrical engineers use logic to design circuits for smartphones. And mathematicians use logic to solve problems and construct mathematical proofs.
Hi everyone, I'm Angelica Clamor. So I am going to discuss the mathematician who contributed in the study of symbolic logic. So the first mathematician who contributed in the study of symbolic logic is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. He was a German polymath as a mathematician. One of the first mathematicians to make a serious study of symbolic logic. Leibniz tried to advance the study of logic from a merely philosophical subject to a formal mathematical subject. Leibniz never completely achieved this goal. The symbolic logic is a way to represent logical expression by using symbols and variables in place of natural language such as English. The second mathematician is Augustus de Morgan. He was a British mathematician and logician. Augustus de Morgan significantly advanced symbolic logic by formulating De Morgan's law and introducing formal symbolic notation, which helped systematize logical reasoning and influence modern logic and Boolean algebra. De Morgan's law are a pair of transformation rules in Boolean algebra and set of theory that is used to relate the intersection union of set through complements. The last mathematician is George Boole. George Boole published the mathematical analysis of logic in 1848. In 1854, he published the more extensive work, An Investigation of the Laws of Thought. Concerning the document, the mathematician Bertrand Russell stated pure mathematics was discovered by Boole in a work which is called The Law of Thought.
Hello everyone, I am Precious Joy E. Oihamko and I will discuss to you what is logic statements. When we talk about logic statements in the context of formal logic, we are referring to sentences that can be clearly classified as true or false. The term logic statements can sometimes be used more broadly to refer to different kinds of sentences or expression. Each logic statement has truth value, and truth value niya is either true or false. So we have three examples of logic statements. First is the statement, a sentence that declares something and can evaluate true or false. Next is the question, a sentence that seek information or answers. Last is the command, sentence that give instructions or requests and they don't have truth value.
Bright morning everyone, my name is May Brasona and I'll be reporting about a statement. A statement is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both true and false. It may not be necessary to determine whether a sentence is true to determine whether it is a statement. For instance, let's consider the following sentence. Heidi Lindias won an Olympic gold medal in weightlifting. We may not know if the sentence is true, but we do know that the sentence is either true or it is false. And that is not both true and false. Thus we know the sentence is a statement. Also, it is a declarative sentence because it makes a declaration of a specific event.
Hi everyone, my name is Evelyn Dagger and I will be reporting the simple and compound statement. A simple statement only conveys only one idea, and a compound statement conveys two or more many ideas. And connecting simple statements with words and phrase such as or, if, then, and if and only if create a compound statement. For example, I will attend meeting or I will go to school. That is a compound statement. And it is composed of the two simple statements. George Ball used symbols such as P, Q, R, and S to represent simple statements, and the symbols like that to represent connectives. So let's discuss the summary of logical connectives and symbols. In this table, we will learn about what type of statement and their symbols is that. In this first statement, not P, the connective is not, and that is the symbolic form, and the type of statement is negation. The second statement, P and Q, the connectives is and, the symbolic form in the type of statement is conjunction. And the third statement is P or Q, the connectives is or. The symbolic form and the type of statement is disconjunction. In the fourth statement, if P then Q, connectives are if and then. Symbolic form, types of statement is conditional. Statement P if and only if Q, connectives are if and only if. Symbolic forms, type of statement is biconditional.
Right morning everyone, my name is May Brasona and I'll be reporting about a proposition. A proposition is a statement which is either true or false. Many times, propositions are made in people's statements. Example is, the senior citizens may claim that the best movie they ever saw is Sound of Music, a movie that was produced in 1965. This statement is a proposition that is either true or false and cannot be both. The following statements is a proposition. Some are true and some are false. First is 9 is a prime number. So, it is a proposition. It has a definite value of truth, which is false. Prime numbers have no other factors than 1 and itself. Aside from and itself, 9 has also 3 as a factor. Second is letter B. 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. So the statement is true because 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. Next is x squared plus y squared is greater than or equal to 0, which is true. Next is 10 is greater than negative 3. The statement is false because a negative number is always less than a positive number. And also I'll be giving an example of proposition, which is the earth is a planet. This is a proposition because it's a declarative statement that possesses a definite truth value. In this case, the statement is true based on our current scientific understanding of the universe and the definition of a planet. It is not an opinion or a question. It is a factual assertion that can be verified or falsified, though in this case it's verified. Therefore, it fits the criteria or for propositions. That's all. Thank you.
The truth table. A truth table is a table that shows the truth value of a compound statement for all possible truth values of its simple statements. So, the truth table is table na pinapakita dito yung truth value ng isang compound statement for all possible truth value of its simple statement. Negation. A statement is a negation of another if the word is not introduced in the negative statement, or let P be a proposition. The negation of P is not P. So the negation of P is not P. A statement P in its negation not P will always have opposite truth values. It is impossible to conceive of a situation in which a statement in its negation will have the same truth value. For example, the P is today is Saturday, then the negation of its is today is not Saturday. So since the negation of P is you need to always put not. So for example kanina, today is Saturday, so let's put not. So it says today is not Saturday. So it is impossible to conceive of a situation in which P and not P are simultaneously true. And it is impossible to conceive of a situation in which P and not P are simultaneously false. So, dapat sa negation, pag yung statement na binibigay or given is you need to give the negation or the false. For example, the statement is true, then you need to give the false statements. If the statement is false, you need to give the true statements.